Hello, everyone, and welcome to what I'm going to describe as a series, which is going to take place over weeks, months, maybe years, in the case of how you discover for yourself the journey that you want to create. I'm going to frame it around the book that I've written, which is called Breaking Down Barriers. Breaking Down Barriers, which is a description of my journey from a small African village to the world stage. The world stage being, in my case, one of the global thought leaders in retail, someone who people come to when they're looking for solutions to their problems or challenges, people who have asked me to mentor them and I coach them, people who within the retail real estate sector or the retail sector specifically have been some of my biggest clients over many, many decades. You see, what I wanted to show is equally, how do you get from a place of being maybe timid, shy, unaware of what you want to do in life, and then you discover it through a journey that you make. And I'm going to describe that through my own journey from this African village, which was actually in Nigeria, eastern Nigeria, right the way through different countries where I've lived, different cities where I've worked in, different businesses that I've run. And just how do you get to a point where I can be a keynote speaker today? I can be a master of ceremony. I can entertain and meet many individuals, CEOs in podcasts, live, face-to-face, at distance. What is it that has allowed me to get to that point? And that's what I want to share with you. So if, as I hope you do, you want to get the book, Breaking Down Barriers, the idea is that it gives you insights into life. But don't take that from me. Let's kind of dig in with a few quotes that I've had from some incredible people from different parts of the globe. So one is a reverend, a minister, a chaplain, Reverend Steve James, and he said this: "It's so easy to read, but it's deceptively deep." And that's what I want us to think about, excuse me, how do we take things that are maybe simple, perceived to be simple, but in reality, they require us to have our own journey through that process. Or Melissa Moore, who is in Ireland, and she says, "Lessons for life in business and in retail." And she says, this is a book for life. And she's one of those who said that she's taken the book, she's torn it back, she's looked at and put lots of notes, and it's totally okay for you to make notes in books. When I was growing up, we were taught to respect our books, and I still do. But I think that any book that becomes a workbook has to be something that you can acknowledge and you can use and you can come back to time and time again, because that's the intention. I really want you to dig deep into yourself, to think for yourself. I have action items. I have critical thinking questions. I have quotations. I have pictures. I have my own personal story against the background of my philosophies. So the book itself is very diverse, very, very easy to read, as Steve says. Professor Fernando Godoy, who says, "I really appreciate how the read is easy and objective, with tips and recommendations on other powerful books. In fact, I recommend other powerful books." And he says he'll quote it because he's a professor, but also runs retail projects. He will recommend it to his classes, which is fantastic. He's based in Brazil. Then we have a lawyer, Gilita Giroux, and he says, "Your book is fantastic, so well written. To take concepts or ideas and apply them to yourself is not easy." But he said this book should be available in all schools. That's touching. That's powerful. He said, "I love this book." Or there's DJ Jackson in Australia, who says, "It's a remarkable read. Your experience, as expressed through your words, resonated deeply with me. Your wisdom, as well as the anecdotes about your family, were truly enlightening. I'm confident it will touch many lives." And then finally, Steve Siebold, who's a friend, a mentor, and indeed a specialist on mental toughness, who very kindly did the foreword to the book. And he calls this book a success memoir. And really what's amazing about what he says, which I love, is the fact that he says at the end, it's a hero's journey story that we all aspire to live. I couldn't put it down. It's well written and written in a manner that is easy to digest, a friendly format that moves like white water. So someone like Steve, who's written I think it's 11 or 12 books, who describes this book as something which for him is powerful and strong. And he's a multi-million bookseller, sold multi-million numbers of books. He's also a very prolific professional speaker around the world. He's done lots of professional speeches, earned lots and lots of money, and is also a coach, trainer, and consultant for some of the Fortune 500 companies, especially in the pharmaceutical area. So Steve is not someone who will just tell you because he likes to say it. He's telling you because he believes it's true. So I just want you to take this away. I'm going to delve in a minute into some of the aspects of the book, and we're just going to take off on a journey which, like I say, I hope is going to give you insight, skills, knowledge, and ability for your own life. I'm Chris Dubois. I have led, developed, and grown lots of teams around Europe in particular, whether it's in Scotland, England, France, Switzerland, the Netherlands. I've grown teams, led them to become some of the best teams and the best individuals in terms of what they do. So please join me on this journey. Let's get going and let's discover what this is all about. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.